Today, I'm going to make the terrible financial decision to spend $30 on a cat game. Yes, a video game where you play as a cat. I don't even like cats, I have 3 dogs, I hate cats. This game has 24 achievements. Wait, that's a coincidence, that's my IQ score. Without further ado, let's jump into the cat game. We start off on this mountaintop with 3 other cats. My dumbass spent a good 5 minutes here figuring out what to do, when all I had to do was lie down on this mat so a cutscene would play and we could get down. We walk along this path for a bit and I begin working towards a trophy for scratching something in every chapter. Eventually, I try to make this jump and fall. The other 3 cats just stare at me as I plummet towards my imminent death. It's been like 10 minutes and I'm already bored as shit with this game. At least I got my first trophy for falling into the city. I do a little parkour before coming to a puzzle where I gotta stop this fan from spinning. Again, I was here a good 5 minutes trying to figure out what the hell to do when I just needed to get a bucket and wedge it in the fan.
Are you being intentionally dense?
Huh?
In the next section, we have to run away from these weird little creatures called Zurks, who latch onto you and suck out your soul. Normally, if they latch onto you, you can just button mash to get them off. Unfortunately, if you want to get all the achievements, you need to complete this area without a single one latching onto you. Now, I speak to you as a man who has platinumed Elden Ring. Completed 6 Call of Duty campaigns on Veteran. Hell, I even found my phone without the Find My Phone feature one time. But this is by far the hardest thing that I've ever done. Seriously, I mean, I spent 25 fucking minutes running through a goddamn alleyway as a cat. I tell you, this section made me want to commit several atrocities at the nearest feline animal shelter. When I finally completed it, I was awarded the Can't Catch Me trophy. After that, I wander around for a bit in this really creepy city. In the game, you can press a button to meow. Of course, there is a trophy for meowing 100 times. While playing, I've just been pressing the button when I remember to, so I got the trophy. Shortly after, we meet this robot, B12. I gotta make sure I don't lose him because that will give me anemia. After we get him, we have to unlock this door with a code. Again, I spent 5 minutes here trying to figure out where the code was when it was literally written on the whiteboard in the next room. Meeting the robot earned me the trophy Not Alone. After that, we head down to the slums, which are inhabited by robots who are really scared of cats. They all run away, but after I speak with the Elder, they calm down. I got a trophy here for using the robot to translate another robot. We are trying to get out of the slums and to the overworld. To do this, we speak with a robot called Momo. Wait, is she behind the creepy doll? Anyway, Momo was working on getting up to the overworld, but gave up. We have to go around and find other people's research on the matter, so we do. In one of the apartments, I found a paper bag, which I put over my head for a trophy. Anyhow, Momo gives us an antenna that will hopefully get a signal up to the outside world. We have to platform our way up to the highest point in the slums where we can place the antenna and hopefully have a nice chat with some people. After we plant the antenna, we go back to Momo and manage to make contact with someone on the surface for a short while. They tell us that we have to go up through the sewers. They also warn us that it's incredibly dangerous. We then go and talk to a guy called Seamus, whose dad went missing while trying to create a weapon to kill the Zurks. In his house, we find a broken tracker that leads to his location. We find a guy who can repair it, but for some reason he is shivering and can't work because his hands are too unsteady. Yes, I know they're robots. No, I do not know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, there is this lady who can make blankets, but she needs some wire to do so. There is a merchant who sells wire, but he will only trade it for some detergent. I had to sneak into this dude's house and steal his Clorox so I can afford some wire which I can give to an old lady to make a blanket so this robot can keep warm and fix the tracking device. What the fuck is this game? I don't know. After I get the tracker fixed, I find the guy who went missing. He just got lost and couldn't leave, but he's managed to develop a weapon that can kill Zurks. While playing through the story, I got a trophy for jumping 500 times. So anyway, we get the weapon that can kill Zurks installed in our drone so we can use it. We then make our way back to Momo. After that, we hop on a boat and float through the sewers. In there were a bunch of Zurks, and I got a trophy for dying 9 times. When we're close to the end, there is only a tiny entrance, so Momo has to stay behind. Rest in peace. We then reach this big tree where a bunch of robots live. I got another trophy here for ruining a game of Mahjong by jumping on the table. After that, we climb up the tree and reach Midtown, which is just below the outside. I got a trophy for getting there. We meet someone called Clementine, and they reckon we can get to the outside using the subway system. Unfortunately, we need an atomic battery to power it. To get it, we sneak into a facility and steal it before returning to Clementine's home. For some reason, they aren't there, and we have to decipher a puzzle to find them. We eventually find him locked up in a nightclub. Some guy was paid money by the cops, and he turns us in, and we get sent to jail. Going to jail earned me a trophy, so that's cool. I'm locked up in this cage over water, but I get out and rescue Clementine. We have to make our way through the facility, avoiding drones and sneaking through windows. We eventually make a getaway in a weird little car. We arrive at a train station, but we are being pursued by the police. Clementine sacrifices himself by standing behind to distract them so I can get to the outside. We board the train and are taken to this control room that can open the massive door covering the entire city. Unfortunately, it took B12 a substantial amount of energy to open the doors and he runs out of charge, dying. Very sad. Anyhow, the doors open and we get the trophy Eye Opener for completing the game. During the game, I made sure to scratch something in each chapter which earned me a trophy. I then went back and did a bunch of things to earn all 5 badges for another trophy. I also nuzzled up against 5 robots, gathered all of B12's memories, and brought all of the music sheets in the game to a robot who plays guitar. After that, I went into the chapter select and got any miscellaneous trophies I missed. First, I went into chapter 4 and pushed a basketball into a trash can. Then, I climbed onto the rooftops where I found a TV. I used the remote to change the channel a few times and got a trophy. For the last miscellaneous trophy, I went back to the nightclub and scratched the vinyl. After that, I had to replay both the section where we sneak in to steal a battery and the part where we go through the sewers. I had to complete the battery section without being seen at all, and I had to complete the sewer section without killing any Zurks. For the second to last trophy, I simply had to sleep for an hour. And finally, I had to play through the game in under 2 hours. This was honestly super annoying because I was pretty sick of it by then. Luckily, it only took me 1 attempt and I got the trophy I Am Speed. There's the platinum for Stray. Now if you're interested, go watch me platinum the LEGO Ninjago game.